G'day everybody, welcome back to another video, once again racing in the Karting Madness League, this time on a Thursday night, just because I was a little busy on the Wednesday night, so I thought I'd catch up on the Thursday and visit all the Thursday guys and race alongside them. And also this time, you might have already noticed, we have a rear view camera. Yes, hello Bailey, nice of you to wave at the camera. But yeah, I thought it would be cool to chuck a camera on the back and capture a little bit of extra vision and see how that goes, and let me know what you guys think of it, if you like it, if you think it's too distracting or whatnot. But anyway, here we are, lined up on the grid. We've got Aiden in first place, and behind him we've got Jacob. Behind him is Nerd, and then Bam Bear Pig. And behind Bam Bear Pig we've got Jenee, Harrison, and then myself. So starting all the way back in 7th tonight. And so yep, here we go, waiting for the lights to go green. Almost a jump start from me as I tap the pedals cheekily, but that's okay. We get off the line pretty well. We get up alongside Harrison before he has a chance to squeeze the door on us, and here we go, through the truck section for the first time. A little tap on the rear bumper of Man Bear, who is being passed by Jenee on the first lap as well. But if you weren't paying attention, the rear view cameras come in handy already, because we catch a good glimpse of what's happened behind us to poor old Harrison. He's got a little bit loose into the first corner on cold tyres and has gone straight into the back of us and spun himself around, and I believe that sent him all the way back to the back of the pack. But here we go, lap 1. We've all got ourselves line astern on the way into the hairpin section, just waiting for the track to go green once again so Harrison can get on his way. Jenee's made up a position on Man Bear, so now we're chasing down the 42 of Man Bear Pig in position 6th. Still judging our kart and seeing what we've got underneath us, seeing where our strengths lie and where our weaknesses lie with the kart we've got. And so the first couple of laps is always about warming up our tyres and just figuring out what we have to work with and how we can adapt to the situation at hand, but that's okay. We go through the wood section. Man Bear Pig, I think, is struggling with a little bit of understeer, because you see he takes a bit of a shallow entry on lap 2, and that gives us a bit of a learning point to see, you know, maybe where a gap might open for an overtake. We bump him on the way through the hairpin section, and here we go, through the double left towards the end of lap 2, and you can see Man Bear Pig is still struggling with understeer in that kart. He's just having to lift through that second left, and he's not really happy with his kart. We've got to get past him really quick if we want to climb up the order. So we go through the truck section, nice and clean. Man Bear Pig still kind of understeer through there, even through the right-hander coming out of the hairpin. And again, he's shallow on entry through wood. And yeah, and by this point, I'm taking notes. I can definitely tell Man Bear Pig is struggling with understeer, especially into the wood section. He's going especially wide, so that's probably where the gap is going to open up for us. But here we go again, through the double left for the end of lap 3. Jenee is slowly getting away, and the front 3 are well out of sight. That's okay, we're in 6th place. We've got a good race on our hands with Man Bear. Starting lap number 4 in this race now. Through the truck section, we're a little wide on entry this time, but that's okay. We're still catching up to the back of Man Bear, and here we go, back through the wood section. This is where he's weakest, and again he takes the shallow entry and gets a really poor exit. We get up alongside and just squeeze through the second apex of the wood section, and we're alongside and past by the time we get to the hairpin. He tries a little sneaky dive up the inside, but he's very safe about it, and the job is done. We're up into 5th place at the end of lap 4. Now we've got to chase down Jenee for 4th position. So we fast forward to the start of lap 6, and we've caught up to Jenee, who we've also noted is struggling with a little bit of understeer. Not as much as Man Bear Pig, but you can see she goes wide on the exit of the truck section there through the right-hander. And so on approach to the wood section, she goes shallow on entry, and so that gets us up alongside. But because we've got a tighter line through the second apex, she's got all the momentum on the outside, and she gets back ahead of us by the time the yellow flags come out. And little did we know the yellow flags were actually caused by the pair ahead of us. That was Aiden and Jacob, who took each other out at the hairpin. And so that gives us a bit of a glimpse to a couple of positions ahead. Hey, can we actually get onto the podium in this race? We're not super sure. There's one way to find out. And so we fast forward to the end of lap 8, and unfortunately, yes, the two ahead of us, Aiden and Jacob, are just a little bit too quick, and they've stretched their legs and gotten away from us a fair bit. But that's okay, we're still hounding Jenee for 4th position. On to the start of lap 9 now, and you can see she goes super defensive on the way into the truck, defending that line, defending it really well, because now that we got up alongside her a couple of laps ago, she's very aware that we're right behind her, and ready to pounce. And again, she goes shallow through the wood section. We get up alongside again, but I think she just doesn't give us quite enough room, but that's okay. I think that was purely accidental. That allows Man Bear Pig, you can see in the rear view mirror, to get up really close to us through the hairpin section. We fast forward to lap 11 now, and we've cleared the gap on Man Bear and caught back up to Jenee, who's doing a stellar job at defending her 4th position, even though you can still see she's struggling with understeer. She's shallow in entry and wide on exit, and she even hits the inside wall at the wood section, and I go right into the back of her. There's no way I would have reacted in time. The yellow flags come out. I'm pretty sure that's not for her, but I'm sure she got a little bit of whiplash in that case, because yeah, that was a bit of a nasty accidental hit. So we fast forward to lap 14, and Jenee again is super defensive on the way into the truck section, holding that super tight approach just so that we can't get by her, but she's making little mistakes. You can see her tapping the wall on the way through the truck S's. Man Bear is right up behind us, and we're in a tight pack of 3 racing for 4th position. Jenee defending for her life, doing so well. Myself right in the middle between us, and Man Bear ready to pick up the scrap. She goes defensive on the way into the double left, although I think that's a little unnecessary. That's okay. Through the S's, she's a little slow, and I accidentally lock bumpers with her, and that's a very scary moment. I knew exactly, hey, that's not exactly on. I put my hands up to the marshals, and I'll put my hands up again to the marshals to say, yep, sorry, that's my bad. That's a very dangerous situation to be in, especially through those fast S's. We're looking at the replay now, and you can see she's a little slow unexpectedly, and so I'm still sticking on the throttle as you normally would. But yeah, I just give her a little bit of tap, lock bumpers, and she's sideways for a good moment there, almost heading to the outside wall. Very dangerous, but she does an awesome job to catch it and keep herself straight. So we fast forward to lap 21, and we're still holding on to the back of Jenee. This time into the hairpin, we think about a dive bomb just a little bit, but we think better of it. It's not quite on. It's a bit too sketchy in these karts, because if you lock up the rears, you're right into the side of them. But Jenee defends and holds on again for another lap of racing. Now going on to the start of lap 22. Only 8 laps left in this race. Not a lot of time. Jenee still defending that line into the truck section, and it gives us a little bit of a glimpse of hey, you know, is there a line available around the outside at truck section? And so we fast forward to lap 26, and I give that outside line a go, but I'm a little wide on entry, and I slam into the outside barrier. Just as a tester, as a first go, that's a bit of a learning point, but you can see Jenee still slow on exit, and we get a little bit alongside her on the way into the truck, but we can't get all the way up for a dive bomb. And Man Bear, you can see, he's right behind us in the rearview mirror. Once again, we're tightly packed in a group of 3 fighting for 4th place. Jenee is still defending so brilliantly, doing so well, and we really need to just find a way by her, see if she opens any doors for us. On to lap 27 now, and again, we go wide on entry through the truck section, but again, it's not quite on, but we're just testing it. You know, is there grip there? Is there a chance to overtake? Usually on league nights, you might not be able to visually see it like you do in other motorsports, but there is a warm part of the track and a cold part of the track from where everybody's been racing on their normal racing line, and the cold part of the track is obviously not as grippy. But here we go, once again, through the hairpin. Jenee, defensive as always, doing so well to hold up such a strong defense through the double left, and now onto the S's. Now onto lap 28, only 3 laps to go in this race. We're still just hanging onto the rear bumper. Again, we try the outside on entry. Is there grip there? It seems so, but we haven't really pushed the envelope, and I think that's sort of my mistake through this race, because I'm just not pushing the envelope on entry. Like, yeah, I'm giving it a go, but I'm not reaching that limit of grip. I'm not answering that question, is there enough grip around the outside? And so here we go, through the hairpin once again. Jenee still defending for her life on her way through the double left towards the end of lap 28 on to 29. 2 laps left to go in this race. I'm going to try the outside line once again on the entry, but I slam into the barrier, probably the heaviest hit I've had so far. The outside line is very sketchy, because if you get it wrong on entry, yeah, you go right into the side barrier there, and you end up with some sore ribs, I'll tell you that for sure. But you can still see the kart is just not having a good day. There's so much understeer. It's not a matter of skill with the understeer in her kart, it's a matter of the kart itself, because Jenee is usually as fast, if not faster, than I am. And so she's doing a brilliant job holding on through the S's for the final time of the race. Lap 29 now onto lap 30 out of 30. We're going to give it one more go around the outside of the truck. We stick it on the throttle this time, holding onto her corner, but we just can't get around her. The line just isn't there. Like, maybe a little bit more practice throughout the race, and yeah, maybe we would have had a little bit more knowledge in our back pocket to apply around that move, but it just wasn't on. Lap 30 and we're struggling now through the hairpin. Jenee in 4th position has got a well away from us. Man Bear Pig almost gets past us for 5th place, but here we go, through the double left for the last time and across the line. Good race all round once again at Braybrook. Brilliantly defended by Jenee, and Man Bear Pig did an awesome job to hang on to the back of us in 6th place. And so after a brilliant night of racing in Braybrook once again, Luke finishes in 1st position after taking advantage of a little bit of a scuffle between Aiden and Jacob, who finish 2nd and 3rd respectively. Jenee finishes in 4th, just ahead of us. Man Bear Pig right behind us. Bagels right behind him in 7th place. Then Kwang in 8th. Stroll in 9th. IP in 10th. Harrison in 11th. Jared in 12th. Darley in 13th. Hader in 14th. And Willow in 15th. Another brilliant night of racing in Braybrook once again. Before I wrap up the video, I thought I'd give a quick shout out to the new karting league I've started up, the Victorian Hire Karting Championship. Our first round takes place at Karts Racing in Port Melbourne on Sunday the 8th of September. So if anyone is keen on a multi-track league, then yeah, feel free to give that a bit of a look. Otherwise, that was an awesome night of racing at Braybrook once again. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.